And hello everybody, welcome back to Fruits of the Literature Club. I think this is the 10th episode of, or the 10th part of this mod. This is one hell of a long mod. But anyway, I guess expecting that it's a multi-route, I could have expected that. Anyway, excuse me, I'm sorry, I just woke up. Anyway, so we are finally going to be doing the very last path of this whole thing, which is going to be the Natsuki route. And so we're going to go back and start where we choose our routes again. And this time we are going to do our final part, Natsuki. And already knowing how much I dislike Natsuki, this is gonna be fun. I'll go with Natsuki. And skip! Because we saw this already. My guy had to pick the time I'm in school. I'm sorry! Natsuki folds her poem up and Natsuki folds her poem up and sneaks glances at me. Stand up and blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait, not auto. Skeet. There we go. And Suki looks at me and smiles. I think this is one of the few and rare times she has done so. Which throws me off, but strangely welcomes and comforts me. Yo. Ready to see what I got for you today, Diverse? I guess so. Yeah, I know this poem. If I remember correctly, this one basically, everybody has weird interests as long as if you don't judge people for them. Amy likes spiders, yep. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. If you didn't think it was the best I could do. I don't even know. From the confidence you've shown today, I can clearly tell otherwise. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. It helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It could be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. You know, I'm glad that you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday. But I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? Well, thanks for being honest. What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez, just look forward to tomorrow too, okay? Alright, I will. A small twinge of sincerity releases from my voice box. Skip! Might as well help Natsuki. Natsuki looks happy at my decision, but immediately changes back to her calloused and brazen self. Skip! Before I exit the room, I approach Natsuki. Excuse me. Yo, Natsuki. It's about time you came over here. What? Well, since you're helping me this weekend, it would make sense if we made a plan. Exactly. What would be your preferred method of communication? Makes sense if we exchange phone numbers. Not that I want to or anything. I just don't want to be the only person doing work, especially if you agreed to help me. And you didn't have to. I could do it all on my own anyway. You're probably right. I reach into my pocket, being sure to grab my personal phone rather than my work phone. I keep the two separated for a good reason. Pull up my phone number and hold it out to her so she can take it down. So, what now? I'm gonna be leaving. Don't you think you're forgetting something? Send me a text with our plans for the weekend. Wait, so you don't even know what we're doing? I have something I have to do tomorrow. So Sunday will be best. What are you doing tomorrow? I don't respond. Oh, come on, what is it, a secret or something? Let's just say I'm visiting an old friend of mine. Alright. I turn away and walk towards the door. The fact that Natsuki thinks that liking manga is weird, I think this is a lot of that. Oh, duh. Alright, skip! So are you excited to be helping Natsuki? Why do you ask? I'm just curious! Skip! Oh yeah, the slap. My bra! I noticed several text messages in my notifications. Hey. Don't think you can skip out on helping me tomorrow. You won't hear the end of it. Text me when you get this. What the hell? If this is gonna be the norm from her, I think I made a mistake. Grimacing, I reply to her message. I got it. She's probably asleep by my phone buzzes with a response. Finally! Were you ignoring me or something? No, as I told you yesterday before the club ended, I was busy all day. So, when are you gonna help me? Tomorrow? Alright, is noon okay with you? My dad wants me home after a few hours. That's fine. Okay, I'll text you tomorrow. The emoticon was not necessary. But I dismiss it. I look at the skip! I flip the page of the book I'm reading, finding myself more immersed each paragraph. Every once in a while, I glance at my watch for an update on the hour. Natsuki and I both agreed that noon would be a good time to meet up. Oh, Jesus Christ. Natsuki and I both agreed that noon would be a good time to meet up. She and I texted a few times this morning to confirm the time. As I recall that, I see someone at my door. I open my door to find Natsuki dressed in playfully casual clothes waiting for me. Natsuki? Hi. If you're early. Is that a problem? Yes. Oh. Natsuki, when you agree to a time for someone, you meet it. Being early is almost as bad as being late. At least where I come from, that is. It's not like I wanted to be here or anything. Then why are you here? I came early because my dad threw away some of my baking supplies. I wanted to see if you happen to have replacements. Can't say for sure if I do, but you're welcome to look. I show Natsuki to my kitchen and allow her to look through my cupboards and shelves. She looks with great eagerness, almost desperation. When she doesn't find anything she needs, she turns to me with a defeated face. Do you really not have any baking ingredients here? Natsuki, for God's sake. Do I look like a baker to you? No, but you don't even have flour or baking soda. What kind of kitchen doesn't have those super important things? Mine. Ugh! How are we gonna make cupcakes for the festival then? Why don't we go and get the supplies you need? How? We buy them? I don't have any money! Natsuki growls. But I do? Do you honestly ever stop to think about things, Natsuki? Like, for real. For the short time I've known you, you jump to conclusions very easily. Shut up! I just didn't expect you to pay for something that was my fault anyway. Natsuki turns away, defeated. Your fault? What do you mean by that? Don't worry about it. It isn't like I wanted to tell you anyway. Alright, fine. I'm not gonna play your game. Let's go to a nearby store to get some more Let's go to a nearby store to get some more of your stuff. Wait, really? Yes. Natsuki places a large bag she was carrying on my table. Inside of it are several ingredients and pieces of equipment used for baking and pastry creation. Excuse me. Excuse me, sorry. Natsuki and I exit my house and begin walking to a nearby store. She strides around with a gleeful expression. So, what is it exactly that you need? I need some flour, baking soda, some powdered sugar. She starts to list off the ingredients that she doesn't have. And it makes me question why her father threw them away. And why did your father throw those away? Because... Don't worry about it, okay? Natsuki raises her voice. Natsuki interrupts me. My dad just throws things out that he finds useless. Her voice whimpers slightly. My eyes widen for a second. Wait. This sounds extremely familiar. Diverse? I grip my fists. So your father throws things away he assumes are useless, right? Yeah, why do you care? Why would he think things like flour and sugar are useless? I don't know. I'm not my dad. Why do you care anyway? Because I think I can relate. Hi dude, just wanted to say love your videos. Thanks, Clammy K! Welcome to the stream, by the way. Feel free to stay if you want. Because I think I relate. Huh? Nothing. Never mind. We're near the store, right? I changed the subject quickly. Yeah, it's just around the corner. Good. Are you really sure it's okay for you to buy this stuff? Yeah. We did promise Monica we could do this, right? Yeah. Then let's not let anything stand in the way of our goal. Right. Natsuki and I continue our walk to the store. We eventually arrive at a small grocery store. Natsuki and I walk in and immediately head to the bakery section. Oh, little Natsuki! Hi, Baker Clarence! Natsuki happily greets an older gentleman who smiles when he sees her. How are you today, little one? I'm fantastic now that I'm here. I stand back and observe. Well, what can I get my favorite little baker? Do you still have any of your special flour? I always have a little for you, Natsuki. Natsuki beams and giggles. Do you happen to also have some baking soda, sugar, and some... Natsuki lists out the ingredients that she said she didn't have. Quite a list you got there, Natsuki. But I wouldn't be a baker if I didn't have them. He chuckles. Natsuki is very oddly close to him. Which makes me question a few things. It makes some rather inappropriate scenes pop into my head. Why do I get irritated at the thought of that? Anything for my favorite little baker? Or anything for my little baker? The old baker walks to the back of the store. I walk up to Natsuki. You know this old guy? Yeah, ever since I started baking, he's been super helpful. Natsuki smiles genuinely. It makes me smile as well. To see someone like Natsuki so happy and joyful is rare. Well, that's nice. Right? Natsuki is overjoyed. The old baker returns after a minute with all the items Natsuki requested. Here you are, little miss. The boy with me will pay for all this. The older gentleman looks at me and his face turns to a stern expression. What? So this is the boy you're hanging out with now? I didn't know! He's just someone from school who's been helping me for the festival. I can affirm that. Alright. He chuckles. That'll be $42.50. Natsuki stiffens up and looks at me quizzically. No problem. Here. I pull out a solid and metallic black card from my wallet. I hand it to the old man, who accepts it and momentarily inspects it. His eyes widen. Thank you, young man. You're most welcome, sir. My friend here is currently lacking in supplies, so it's my pleasure to help. He looks at me, eyes no longer widening, and smiles. Well, I'm very glad to hear that. He swipes the card. Pin number, young man? 4219. That number will never leave my mind. Ever. After a moment, he hands a receipt to me. He looks at Natsuki and smiles again. You enjoy your baking, okay? As always, Baker Clarence. Natsuki takes a bag full of supplies and turns to me. Okay, let's go make these cupcakes. Natsuki has a fire in her eyes, which makes me grin. Alright, by your leave. Natsuki and I arrive back at my house. She enters the kitchen and immediately starts to set things up. She still has the Sorry. She still has the determination in her eyes. That is an extreme turn-on for me. I've been around people who are either depressed and unmotivated, or determined and willing to do whatever it takes. The latter is what I prefer due to my guardian. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to mix all the batter at once, so we had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki's babysitting all my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Diverse, where'd you put the food coloring? Batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course! I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. Oh, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? Why are you asking me? You're the baker here. You're my apprentice. Oh, am I? Of course! Then sure. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. That doesn't look too bad. See? It's not like the baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if it's just looking at it makes everyone's eyes light up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I honestly don't even care to make Natsuki proud like this. I'm just here to help. Maybe I'll use the food coloring then. Excuse me. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I get stuck with the whisk and huge bowl for the icing. Also, I'm taking little peeks at the chat. Try not to post any spoilers, please. The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Does it look like I'm not woman? Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it! After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing! Your icing, huh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next! That isn't possible. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop something with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ugh! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross! You got it on my face! Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez, you know what? Take this! Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger toward my own face. I smirk. With almost instantaneous speed, I grab her wrist. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Stop! Ha! I'm much faster than you! Fine, fine. You win. You tease me all the time. You never let me have any of the fun. What do you mean? You constantly attack me with some pretty harsh words. I refer to some of the times we were in the club. Natsuki throws jabs at me quite a lot. This is just payback. What are you planning on doing, mister? You shouldn't tease me so much. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. The sweetness of the icing, mixed with the sensation of her finger, it's oddly intoxicating. What? Did you seriously just... Natsuki's so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Diverse? You really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right? I'm very much aware. I lean my head close to her ear and whisper. This is my way of telling you that I'm in love with you, Natsuki. Her face reddens very quickly. I release Natsuki and stand back, snickering. What's so funny? Dummy, what the hell? I'm joking with you, Natsuki. You are so awful! Natsuki grunts and stomps on the floor. Sorry, you made it so easy to mess with you for a second there. You were very convincing. Am I? I thought I was being very open and fake. Natsuki looks disheartened all of a sudden. Wait, does she? Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads. But the moment that has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcakes trays in the... I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then, I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. Maybe I should apologize to her. If I let her on, even I can agree that isn't okay. Natsuki? What do you want? About a minute ago. I probably shouldn't have led you on like that. What are you getting at? That I actually like you? It was just a hunch. Dummy, I couldn't like someone like you. Someone like me? Plus, my dad wouldn't allow it. Why's that? Like I'm gonna tell you. Why do you care anyway? Natsuki growls. I was just curious, damn. The way she gets angry and asserts herself reminds me of someone. which does stir up some sort of feelings inside. Good? Bad? I don't even know. Excuse me for feeling a little rare glimpse of remorse. Natsuki stiffens and whimpers slightly. Look, I appreciate that you're feeling sorry. I shouldn't have been so rude. I just get defensive at times because of my Natsuki stops herself. I don't probe for obvious reasons. How about you keep showing me your expert ways of baking? We should be ready to bake the cupcakes, right? Ah, that smells so good! The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look! She probably shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have those... shit. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can't even make flowers. Probably won't be using them this time, though. I was thinking of an idea, Natsuki. What is it? Since this is a literature theme event, why don't we write a different word on each cupcake? And let the people decide which cupcake to pick based on the word they like best. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. But that's actually a really cute idea, so... maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well... Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Huh? Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look at how pretty they are together! Yeah, they don't look bad. Ugh, I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but... my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. When my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. How unfortunate. It's your fault for working so slowly. I think both of us stopped working for a little bit to joke around. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you could probably do it in one trip. I can do it alone. You sure? Yes. And just like that, our time together has ended. Natsuki packs up her equipment after cleaning it in my sink. Natsuki, aren't you taking the stuff I bought you earlier? Oh, no. Why's that? Because if we're being real here, my dad might just throw the stuff away again. And then ask questions on how I got it. If he finds out that I was with a boy all day today, he'll be mad. I sense fear emanate from Natsuki. Is she afraid of her father? I feel a surge of anger well up inside me. I understand, Natsuki. Could we do this again sometime? What, make cupcakes? Hang out together. Ah, well, I don't see why not. Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Going to sleep now. See you okay. Night, Goji fan.
Night. Alright, yeah. Good night, Goji fan. Yeah. It wouldn't hurt to spend more time with you.
Diverse. I thought you only cared about getting this done. Ugh, I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could.
It's fine. You get going now. Don't get in trouble with your father for staying out too late.
Okay. Thank you, Diverse.
Natsuki departs, leaving a weird chill in the air. She was actually sort of nice right there. Hearing words with that tone coming from her makes me feel odd. Jesus Christ, don't tell me I'm going soft on her. I slap myself on the side of the cheek. Ugh, there we go. I can't afford to have myself do this. The slap. 6:45 in the morning. Oh yeah, that's right. Skip! I place the cupcakes I brought onto a nearby desk for Natsuki. Let's go sleep! Ready for today?
You bet! Once we're done with our club activities, I'm gonna have so much fun.
What are you planning to do after we're done?
Why do you care?
You literally just said...
You're so fun to tease sometimes, Diverse.
That a fact? Remember the last time you teased me like that? Remember the last time you teased me like that? I'll lean forward and crack a smile.
Are you saying you want a repeat of that?
Maybe I am.
It's not like I'm really against it either.
So?
You're gonna make me say it, aren't you?
Yep.
Ugh. I wouldn't mind if you tagged along with me today.
Well, I don't mind. I got nothing else to do around here anyway, and this is my first festival.
It is? Well, I'll make sure to make it fun.
Alright.
Siri went out to go attract people. We should be getting some soon.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. Monika has worked really hard on this club, and it would crush her heart if no one joined.
I see. All you can do in this situation is hope.
Yeah. So while we wait, want to read some manga?
Sure. Natsuki races over to the closet and pulls out one of her volumes of Parfait Girls. I sit down next to her at the wall and we begin reading. I've been following along with her, asking questions and remaining involved. I don't really care for this stuff, but Natsuki does. And I should appreciate the fact that she's willing to open up to me and about that. Not many people trust you that much to reveal such personal things about themselves. Even earlier today, she texted me to expand on her previous statement about her friends not understanding her manga habit. While seeing it as childish, it's something a lot of people only associate with weeaboos. I was unfamiliar with the term, so I looked it up, and yeah, that isn't Natsuki. After a short bit, Monika enters the club room and tells us to get ready. Skip! Natsuki looks at everyone and seems a little nervous. I change seats and sit next to her. Hey.
Hey.
As soon as I sit down next to her, she doesn't look as tense anymore.
Look at all the people Sayori got. It's amazing.
Yeah, but we can't really assume all of them will join. I gotta go now. Bye, Diverse. Love your vids. Thank you so much, Clammy K. And bye. Stay safe, bud. Yeah, but we can't really assume all of them will join.
You don't think they will join?
Just saying that we can't expect all of them to join.
I guess you're right.
Natsuki and I look around at the new people as Monika greets them. And skip! Keegan's there. And I walk over to Natsuki. Keegan wasn't there for the past two routes. I feel like he's only there for Sayori's route. I walk over to Natsuki. Now that we're done, you said you wanted me to go to the festival with... Now that we're done, you said you wanted me to go to the festival with you?
Can you not say it like that? You're gonna make it seem like it's a date or something. Which it's not.
If you say so.
Let's go, dummy.
Natsuki and I walk around one of the courtyards at the school. It's been decorated with banners, booths, and balloons. We don't stop anywhere specific for long. Natsuki just looks at a few things here and there as we continue on.
This fried squid is really good.
Natsuki brandishes a little disposable bowl that is filled to the brim with fresh squid. You actually eat that?
What, you don't like it?
I've never had it before. I don't really have a preferred taste in food either.
You should try it.
Alright.
Hey! Don't grab any of mine!
Scoffing at my attempt to grab one of the pieces of fried squid in her bowl, she slaps my hand away. Alright.
You know, I am actually having fun with you. I expected you to be a real buzzkill.
I wouldn't blame you if you did. I'm not the most pleasant person to be around.
You're not that bad. There are worse people I can be around.
As she says that, she scoots a little closer to my arm. While we continue into the evening, I hear something that catches my attention almost immediately. Hey, is that Natsuki girl? Yeah, it is. Ugh, of course she's here. Since she's on her knees constantly, you'd think she would have money. Did you find her looking under the vending machines for quarters again? Yup. What a freak. She's probably pitying that guy for money. What a shame. What? Natsuki was looking under vending machines for quarters? Pitying me for money? Wait a second. I originally had suspicions about her small physique, but I didn't expect them to be correct. But nevertheless, Natsuki's not a freak. There are freaks out there. Freaks like me and my father. Damn you, old man. This was all because of you. I hate you. I quickly realize I'm allowing myself to get worked up in an inconvenient place. Immediately, I perform my normal breathing exercises and calm down. Now concerned for Natsuki's well-being, I face her and look her in the eyes. Natsuki, would you mind if I talk to you privately for a few minutes?
Why?
It's important.
Sure, just don't make it weird.
I take Natsuki a distance from the festival so no one hears us. Alright, so I need to ask you something.
Well, speak it up already. I'll have all day.
Just a minute ago, I heard some girls talk about...
Oh, what was it?
They said that you were looking under vending machines for quarters. Natsuki looks away with immediate hurt in her eyes. Then it's true. If I came out immediately like this, asking her to explain, it would most likely make it harder on Natsuki. If things are as bad as I worry, I shouldn't pressure her.
It's true.
I was looking for quarters under the vending machines. I won't ask you why. But if you're willing to tell me, I will be more than happy to listen.
My dad doesn't feed me much. He doesn't give me lunch money either. So, I found that I could get some money for food from quarters under vending machines. It's degrading, but...
Tears fall down her face, her voice whimpers and breaks. She sobs and tries to drop to her knees. I catch her before she can. I pull her up and embrace her tightly. Natsuki? She sobs into my shoulder.
I didn't want to do this! I didn't ever want to burden anyone else with my stupid problems!
I take a moment to relate with Natsuki. Why? Why does someone as innocent as her have to deal with that? I don't think she's innocent, but... you can think what you want, American Eagle. Why does someone as innocent as her have to deal with that? Her father doesn't feed her? How could... I stopped my thought process for a moment. It's relatable, isn't it? Huh? Oh, I was thinking out loud. My father did the same with me. He never fed you often? I tightened my embrace on her. He never fed me, period. I was always responsible for my own nourishment. But why? Let's not discuss that. That's my past. This is your present. That's more important. When my eyes closed, Natsuki's sobs hit me in the very core. Why do you care to know this about me? I'm not important. Shut your mouth. You are important. Hearing those words, Natsuki's sobs grow in intensity, her hands tightening their grip on my uniform. I can tell she has never heard those words before. Natsuki is a girl who finds solace in baking and manga. And not even her friends understand why she did those things. Excuse me. And not even her friends understand why she does those things. In fact, some of them spite her for it. To spite someone for something they can relive the stress of reality with is a sin. A sin that deserves punishment. Natsuki? She doesn't respond, she just continues to cry into my shoulder. I want you to have this. What is it? I reach into my pocket and pull out my wallet. Inside of a little sleeve are several bills of money. Don't... Why? I don't deserve it. Like hell am I gonna watch you starve. This is for you to feed yourself. What if he finds it? He will ask me where I got it from and take it from me. Are you able to hide it somewhere? No. My father searches me at times and he's very thorough. Jesus Christ. Then I'll make you a deal. I can hold on to the money when you get home. I can hold on to the money when you go home. But first thing in the morning, as soon as you get to school, you find me. I will buy you your lunch and necessary snacks. Why are you doing this for me? I guess I should say it. Because I care about you. Frankly, if it was anyone else, I wouldn't give a shit. But with you, it's different. Natsuki doesn't respond. More tears begin to descend across her face. Even the sight itself hurts me in her place. Dummy, don't say things like that. You're teasing me again. This time I'm not. There are times where, yeah, I will find a There are times where, yeah, I will find a use. There are times, yeah. Oh my god! Let me read that. Okay. There are times where, yeah, I will find amusement in the torment of others. But this is definitely not one of those times. Thank you. With those words, Natsuki remains quiet and tightly hugs me again. So this is how it feels. To have a relation with someone. To have a feeling of guardianship. To have anger for the maltreatment of someone else. Ashley, if you were here, you would be proud of me. School sports field. Skeep! Of course we're gonna win. Diverse can't lose to anyone. You're awfully excited for him, aren't you, Natsuki? Well, of course what is that supposed to mean? You two have been spending quite a lot of time together since the festival. Don't get any ideas. It's not like I like him or anything. He's just a fun person to be around.
I think Natsuki has a crush! Sayori, I swear to God, I will throw another cookie in your face!
I think it's rather heartwarming to observe, to be completely honest. Especially how you drag him to the corner of the room to read your manga with you.
He doesn't have to read it if he doesn't want to. Just more fun with him, okay?
If you have feelings for him, you should tell him.
I don't... Okay, fine. But it's not like I can tell Diverse anyway. My dad would kill me if he found out.
Natsuki, can I talk to you for a moment?
Sure.
Now that we're in privacy, Diverse still doesn't know about your father?
No.
How is that, by the way?
We shouldn't talk about it.
Well, all of us are here for you, Natsuki. Even Diverse. Diverse, that was awesome! Skip, 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 skip. The literature, now they're talking about the literature club, blah blah blah. It's got that Natsuki girl in it. You mean the weird one with the pink hair and pigtails? Yeah, she always has this bitchy attitude. And from what I hear, she's crazy about manga. They aren't bad girls. I actually enjoy their company. Blah 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 blah. Got a little harm going on, blah 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 blah. Even so, that Natsuki girl is a weird ass. Always thinking she's better than everyone, and turning around and reading those weird Japanese porn books. Like a freak. That's enough! And slamming my hands down at the table, causing a shake. Blah 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 blah. Natsuki comes to check in on us. Yep. The door of the restaurant opens and Natsuki walks in. Natsuki?
Duh, who did you expect?
What are you doing here?
To congratulate you on the win today.
Oh. Well, thank you.
You don't need to thank me. It isn't like I wanted to come here or anything. I just didn't want you to complain on Monday that I never came to watch.
Natsuki jokingly hits my arm. You're damn right I would have complained. Natsuki and I have a little bit where we like to tease each other. When I first met her, I despised being around her. But after warming up with her a little, it's been enjoyable. Anyway, thank you for coming out to watch us.
You're thanking me?
I believe I did.
Don't thank me for that! Dummy.
Too bad. So sad. I already did.
Anyway, you look busy, so text me when you're done.
Will do.
Good.
Natsuki and I have been spending a lot more time together since the festival. And I hate to say it, but I'm growing to enjoy my time with her. There are still some things I don't understand about her yet, though. Randomly, she will have those bruises on her arms. Excuse me. And she fails to conceal them at times. And it makes me worry about her father. She said he doesn't feed her. He doesn't give her money to feed her either. Since the day she told me about this, I haven't questioned her. I think I'll have to ask more soon. Skeep! Okay. As I reach my neighborhood, my phone notifies me of a text message.
Hey, listen, Monika's having a sleepover tonight and we're gonna be there. You gonna come by?
As I reply, I reach my front door. Turn around and lead onto it. Why would I?
Why not?
Spurring at Natsuki's use of emoticons, I reply to her as logically as I can. Because when a bunch of girls have this sleepover, it isn't customary to have a boy there.
Come on, what, are you scared?
Scared of what?
You tell me.
This girl, my god. No.
Please, I really need you to come over tonight, just for a bit.
Well, this is an odd surprise. Why?
I'd feel better if you did.
Something wrong?
Dummy, don't jump to conclusions!
Alright. Fine, I'll stop by later. Send me the address. Excuse me. Natsuki promptly texts me Monika's address.
When are you coming?
Whenever I leave. I will show up, so don't worry.
I'm not worrying, but don't make me wait too long.
Jesus, she's impatient. Excuse me. Jesus, she is impatient. I informed Natsuki that I'll stop by later tonight and that I have something planned for the next few hours. She gives me her normal crabby attitude, then a sweet and soft TTYL winky face. Lying down on my bed, I read the rest of my newspaper. My eyelids begin to feel heavy, so I set an alarm on my phone and close my eyes. Excuse me. Interesting. All of the girls are having a sleepover. I'm not gonna lie, it did pique my interests. Of course, I didn't intend to do anything stupid. But some more personal time with Natsuki that I can look forward to. Alright, I'm gonna pause for a minute because I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's continue. As my alarm blares, I get up from my bed and get dressed. My nap was super needed, to be honest. After the entire day, I was drained. But it isn't over just yet. Might as well take a shower and get something to eat before I head out. Monica's house? Ugh. Jesus Christ. I might need to eat something later. As I approach Monica's house, I make sure to take mental notes of the area. Oh wait, skip! There we go. Natsuki shyly walks towards me.
Thanks for coming.
No idea why you're thanking me. You basically nagged me to do it.
Oh, come on, I wasn't that bad.
Yes, you were. Anyway, what are you girls doing?
Well, nothing at the moment. Siri wanted to watch a movie, but I kind of wanted to make cupcakes. Monica said it's okay that she has the stuff to do it. Oh, I got it. Why don't you help me?
Make cupcakes? Sure, I don't see why I wouldn't. Natsuki smiles and walks towards the kitchen. And she wasn't kidding. Monica has a wide assortment of different appliances that will make this a breeze. So where should we start?
With the batter, of course. Once we make the batter, we can begin to make the frosting and little decorations.
You're planning to make these look decorated?
Sure, why not?
I don't think that's really viable here. You're not presenting to anyone. You're just making cupcakes for us.
I didn't say I was making anything for you.
These are for the girls.
No boys allowed.
Oh, you're gonna pull that card, are you? Well, I know a way to fight back.
Don't you dare!
Let me have one of those cupcakes.
Only if you work really hard.
Fine, fine. Natsuki begins to hastily prepare the batter. I assist her by creating a secondary batch as instructed by her. I take all of the advice she gave me from some of our several baking sessions. Natsuki almost made it a habit to drop by once in a while and make cupcakes in my kitchen. I never really bothered to stop it since her company is nice. I've also begun to pick up on her baking skill too.
Whoa, you actually made the batter pretty good this time.
I followed your directions to a T.
Awesome!
Let's get started on the frosting then. Actually, I already did that.
Wait, what?
Here, look. I reach over to the counter and retrieve a blue bowl with the concoction that makes a whipped frosting. Natsuki dips her finger into it and tastes.
This is amazing! Diverse, you're awesome!
Natsuki squeals with joy.
Yeah.
She runs over and hugs me.
Woman, I said give me a damn warning!
As a retaliation, I wrap my arms around her and begin to give her a bear hug.
Hey, not too tight! Ow! Ow!
Realizing I may be squeezing too tight, I let her go. That's payback for attacking me.
That was a little too tight.
She gently rubs her arms. Nah, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Let's pop the cupcake into the oven now. Actually, can you do that? I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Sorry. It's okay. Let's pop the cupcakes into the oven now.
Actually, can you do that? I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Alright. Making sure the batter and frosting are on par with Natsuki's specifications, I place 2 trays of batter into the preheated oven. Natsuki hasn't come out of the bathroom yet. I've been leaning onto the counter waiting for her to return. All of a sudden, I realize Monica isn't anywhere to be seen. A moment later, she emerges from the bathroom. Both of us meeting eyes, I motion her over. Yeah, Diverse? You were in the bathroom with Natsuki. Is everything alright? Yeah, everything is perfectly fine. Monica, you're lying. Every time you lie, you look to the left for a second and your left hand twitches. Tell me what is going on. Oh, hold on a second, guys. Okay, guys, I will be back momentarily. Yeah, I'll just be right back. Okay, I'm back. We can continue now. This is something I think you should fill out on your own. I'm not trying to blatantly conceal things for you, but it's better off this way. I understand. I knew you would. Just please be more observant. Oh, I get it now. Will do. Without saying another word, she walks away. Natsuki leaves the bathroom as she does. Sorry that took so long. It's fine. I've learned not to complain when a woman takes her time. It's not like I wanted to come back to you quickly or anything. Oh, shut up. I knew you were just dying to return to me. Ha, you wish! Chuckling, I motioned to Natsuki that I put the cupcakes in the oven. Great job! They should be done in a minute. Ding! The oven alerts us that the timer has ended. Natsuki puts on some oven mitts, leans down, and opens the oven door. While she does this, one of her sleeves rolls out slightly. Her skin is discolored around the forearm in a purplish hue. A bruise? After Natsuki places the trays of cupcakes on the oven to cool, I look her in the eyes. Natsuki? Yeah? Are you okay? Of course, dummy. Why do you ask? I point to her rolled up sleeve. Natsuki quickly rolls her sleeve back down. Don't worry about that. It isn't important. Natsuki, please don't hide this. After a moment of silence, her eyes meet mine with a scared projection. Without hesitation, Natsuki grabs my arm and guides me through the living room to the hallway towards the bathroom. Listen. Don't tell anyone about this, okay? You have my word. Just tell me what's going on. Turn away for just a sec. Okay. Following her request, I turn around and face the door. Okay, you can look now. She's gonna have bruises all over her body, isn't she? Trigger warning, probably. Oh, never mind. I thought she took off her shirt. When I face her, Natsuki's long-sleeved shirt is on the floor, revealing several extensive, serious bruises littering her arms. Oh my god. This was much worse than I originally anticipated. Natsuki? It's from my father. Your father did this to you? Natsuki closes her eyes and doesn't reply. How could a man do this to her? Her own father. I can't even find words to offer her comfort. Why would your father do this to you? When he doesn't like something I do or say, he hits me. Tears develop in her eyes and drip down her rose-colored cheeks. Even when he does feed me, if I don't eat every piece of food he gives me, I get beat and he throws it all away. He takes what money I do have for food. And I grab her and embrace her tightly, making sure not to hurt her. Natsuki? That's why I wanted you to come over so badly earlier. Natsuki's tears begin to dampen the area of my shirt she buries her face in. Whenever I'm around you, I feel happy and safe. You treat me like I'm a normal person. I'm not hurt or beaten or made fun of. This girl, she doesn't deserve the shit she gets. I've been down that road. Granted, I was able to get out of it, but with severe consequences. I am who I am now because of them. I'm capable of anything and anyone I set my eyes on. I've learned to become something beyond the average man. I'm an outsider, a demon, a freak to the norm. Natsuki feels the same way. And now I fully understand. But please, just stay here with me a bit longer. Of course. I guess I caught on to how your father is from all this time I've known you. Excuse me. I guess I caught on to how your father is from all this time I've known you. He wasn't always a bad man. When my mom died, he changed. He became so disturbing. Natsuki gently pounds on my chest. I don't respond. I can't look at myself in the mirror anymore without seeing him on top of me. Wait. Don't tell me I release Natsuki from the embrace. She nods. I can't believe it. What type of twisted fuck molests his own daughter? Balling up my fists, I try as hard as I can to keep my voice down. I need to make this all better. Natsuki, I'm gonna be here to help make things better. Don't finish that. Please understand that I want to help you. I am going to help you, whether you like it or not. That is something I can promise you. If just being here with you helps, then expect me to do that more often. Okay. Grabbing one of her hands and holding it in mine, I look into her tear-filled pink eyes. I kneel onto the ground and look up to Natsuki. And just for a moment, I get a hint of nostalgia. Ashley, this is exactly when you first found me. You knelt down and looked straight up into my eyes. You assured me that you wanted to help, even if I liked it or not. It's funny how life happens to end up, huh? What are you smirking about? I keep realizing that at one point in my past, I was exactly where you are now. And someone emerged from nowhere to help me. Kind of like how I came out of nowhere to help you. I never expected anyone to come and help me. But what can you do? But what can you do about my dad? There isn't much I can do directly about him. Besides, I only care about you, not him at all. And quite frankly, after what I've heard tonight, I wish I could do him as much pain as he has done to you. But in reality, that's something I can't really do. So we'll have to make do what we have. And albeit I'm not much, I'm something. You're more than you think, Diverse. You've been a big help to me. And it's not like I asked you to care about me. Standing back up, I wrap my arms around Natsuki. Don't tell anyone about this. Of course I won't. My dad is something I don't tell anyone about. I was referring to me giving you a hug. I don't think the girls would believe it anyway. Natsuki giggles sadly. That's fine by me. We should head back to the living room. Yeah, I kind of want to see the movie they put on. Would you like me to join you? I don't want someone like you watching a movie with me. She giggles again. What, you scared that it would be kind of like a date? You aren't that brave. Whatever you say. Natsuki and I returned to the living room shortly after releasing each other from our hug. When we reached the living room, we finished decorating and icing the cupcakes, and then distribute them to the other girls. Natsuki and I sit on one of the couches after she takes a big blanket to cover up with. It isn't long before she falls asleep on the couch. Monica flashes me a few confirmatory glares, which I acknowledge. She smiles gently and returns her attention to the TV. Realizing how late it's getting, I half consider spending the night and making sure Natsuki is okay. But I won't give the trouble. Before standing up, I make sure Natsuki's fixed in a position to make her comfortable. Yuri and Sayori have fallen asleep as well. Only Monica and I are awake. So how'd it go? She told me about her father. I assume you knew? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be heading home right now. If she wakes up, please let her know I was with her until the end of the movie. Of course. As I walk home, I replay the entire night several times in my head. I think it's important that I act accordingly. I can't be rushing off gung-ho in the name of justice for Natsuki. Some things just need to be dealt with the hard way through medical coercion? I think that's how I pronounce. I'm gonna look that one up too. Coercion. Let me just halt this for now. Get this out. Coercion. How do I tell me how to pronounce that, please? Google, please.
Coercion.
Okay, yeah, I was right. Okay, good. Alright, back to your scheduled program. Some things just need to be dealt with the hard way through medical coercion. And I'm the best at that. Plopping onto my bed, I stare at the ceiling. My mind is completely empty. No thought, no emotion, no activity. Just relaxation and peace. 8 in the morning. And Natsuki hasn't texted me yet, but Monica has. She explained that Natsuki was still asleep and was expected to be for a little while longer. She also asked me if everything was okay after the reveal last night. I assured her that it was. But now I have something else I must do. I have to go meet Julia in a few hours, so I might as well get what I plan to do out of the way. I reach into my backpack and pull out my commissioned laptop computer. Opening it up, I go to a website I use often and input a known username and password. Curious about something, I type away onto a specific section of the website. I shouldn't be doing this, but I don't really care. I finally reached the part of the website I intended to go. It asked me for a name and I input Natsuki, and I had to wait for results. Most likely, an angry call from Julia. I shrugged myself in morbid humor and wait for what I searched for to pull up. Here we are. Something doesn't seem right here. I mean, the record looks clean. Too clean. Lowering my eyebrows, I refresh the search. Same results. I feel a cold chill run down my spine in anticipation of finding out something I was never meant to know. I've seen records like these before, but those were different circumstances. Thinking of a secondary idea, I pull up another website and log in. It once again asks me for a name, and I input Natsuki's. Accessing the parental information section, I notice that only Natsuki's father is listed. Copying his name, I revert to my previous website and perform a search. What? The illuminated screen before me displays no results found. This isn't right. I take out my commissioned phone and dial Julia's number. Hello? Julia, it's me. What do you need? I'm kind of busy right now. Put the bottle of makeup down. This is important. Ugh, you're such an ass at times. I resent that. What do you want? I need you to run a search for me. Is it about the searches that you just did? Correct. What importance do these even have? Normally, I wouldn't bother you about this. Especially since it involves that girl you've been hanging around with. You're missing the point. I need you to run the following name. Julia sighs in defeated acceptance. What is it? Matsumoto Keijin. Why am I pulling up his private records? I checked his public records and there's nothing. What? What do you mean there's nothing? I didn't stutter. There's no record for a Matsumoto Keijin ever existing. You're lying. Search it yourself, you blonde bimbo. Excuse me? I'm not blonde anymore. My sweet Julia, you missed so many points that you should carry the rank. My sweet Julia, you missed so many points that you should carry the rank of a 6-digit. Do you want me to run the search or not? My apologies, beautiful. Julia sighs in disappointment. I'll have the records for you soon. Standard delivery. Thank you, Julia. She hangs up. Taking a moment to comprehend that event that just happened, I sit in silence. There's more to this than I originally anticipated. With a concerned look on my face, I close my laptop and return to my backpack. Sorry I'm late. I got some work. That's fine. Turning on the shower, I step in and rest my head against the wall. It's been a few hours since I searched up Natsuki in her father's public records. And it still bugs me. Normally I wouldn't care at all about what I find in public records. However, Natsuki is different. I got more work, sorry, but it's okay, man. It's like someone has altered her records to make it as minimal as possible. Coupled with the fact that I couldn't find a trace of information about her father. Concern washes over me with the water. And I doubt Natsuki has any knowledge of this either. Well, she had texted me that she wanted to hang out today. I accepted her self-invitation to my home and I'm getting ready. Since Julia's doing the search for me, I don't expect any training today. Thank God. I finish my shower and get ready for Natsuki's arrival. I hope that wasn't too loud. I lean my head back onto the couch while I read my book. I feel like this is the start of the... Wait, we still have the stories to do. But my reading is interrupted when I hear the sound of a little hand banging at my door. Yo, Natsuki. Hi, sorry for taking so long. Oh, what am I apologizing for? It's good to make you wait a bit. Whatever you say, Natsuki. Anyway, you texted me saying you were bringing something over with you? Yep. Natsuki reaches into a small bag she has slung about her shoulder and pulls out a box. The box is white and pink with little Sorry. The box is white and pink with little cat's Oh my god. The box is white and pink with little cat's How do I pronounce that? Jesus Christ. This is gonna be the... I never thought the Natsuki route would be the route where I look at out every single word on the dictionary. It's Dickgal's pronunciation. Okay. Okay, what is this phone doing? Stop. Okay, there.
Decals.
Okay, decals. Alright, let me get back to the scheduled program so I can look at the comments. This is gonna be the... Okay. Anyway. The box is white and pink with little cat's decals on it. Natsuki plops down on my couch, placing the box on her lap and opens it. Her smile never fades while doing so. I brought some manga, an anime, and a little notebook. More manga. Ugh. Do it sound like you're going to be dragging me into watching and reading these with you? Of course! Why else did you think I brought these over? I hope to God not for storing. My house is not your personal playground or lockbox. I know that, dummy! Also, why are you in your uniform? Wouldn't you like to know? Yes, that's why I asked the damn question. Natsuki huffs and crosses her arms. I walk over to her and peer into the box. This doesn't look like your Parfait Girls manga. Did you get another? Actually, this is a side story to Parfait Girls. Follows up on one of the characters. Alright. Excuse me. Well, what do you want to do first? How about I let you pick for once? How about not? I have absolutely no preference for any of this. Fine, be no fun! We can read the manga and then watch the anime. Okay. Itsuki hastily pulls out a larger than expected book from the box. The cover has the same art style as the original Parfait Girls, but with a few changes here and there. I sit down next to her and lean back. Natsuki scoots closer to me and we assume our normal manga reading position. As we read the manga, I study Natsuki's movements very carefully. I can tell the pain she feels in her arms are moderate. She winces every once in a while. When she tries to cross her legs or move them, she struggles a bit. Just the sight of this girl in pain irritates me. She tries her damnedest to hide it too. Are you even paying attention, Diverse? Yeah, I guess. Okay then, what just happened? I knew you were just spacing out. My bad, I had something on my mind. Why don't you share what was so important? No thanks. You're hopeless. It's like you think about only yourself a lot of the time. Totally. It's not like I just spent a long time today worrying about you specifically. Natsuki pouts and tries to close this manga in frustration. I place my hand onto it before she could fully close it. Excuse me. I'll pay attention. I promise. Sure you will. Natsuki? I look her dead in the eyes. When I make a promise, I follow it. No matter what. Yeah. Don't start acting all macho now to win me over. Natsuki internally screams, probably realizing she said something that she only meant to think. Natsuki reopens the manga, as I promised, I paid attention until we finish it. Took a long time, but we did. I love that volume. So what else did you want to do? We can watch this anime I brought. Anime? I'm not really familiar with anime, so excuse me if I seem off-put by it at first. I think you'll like this one. Natsuki pulls out a box with Sailor Moon listed at the top. There's several animated girls standing next to each other in school-like uniforms of varying colors. This looks really girly. Can I expect it to be like Parfait Girls? You'll see. Natsuki walks over to my TV and looks around for a DVD player of some sort. Don't tell me you don't have a DVD player! I do, but it's installed on the TV in my room. Ugh. I'll go bring the TV out here. No, that'll take too long. You can just go in your room to watch it. What's that look for? Don't get any ideas! I just don't want to wait for you to take a... excuse me. Okay. Okay, just wanted to make sure that I didn't skip over any lines. Don't get any ideas! I just don't want to wait for you to take forever. I don't have that much time left until I go home, you know. Alright, then. Whoa. What are you whoaing about over there? Your room is a lot different than I would have pictured it. Not that I was picturing it or anything. The TV is right there. Natsuki looks around at my room and then sits down in front of the TV. She puts in one of the several discs inside of the case, and the TV comes to life with a cheerful tune. Natsuki smiles and scoots back against my bed. I roll one of my chairs over next to her and offer it. Are you sure you don't want to sit in a chair? Nope. Perfectly fine right here on the floor. I'll join you then. You don't have to do that, dummy. Oh, it's fine. I've sat and slept on many floors in my life. I get to sit next to a pretty lady, I won't mind. Now you're just being a tease. Natsuki punches my left arm as I sit down next to her. Natsuki presses play, and the first episodes begin one after another. I kept losing focus throughout the endeavor, but Natsuki kept a constant focus. I'm not really surprised either. She enjoys anime and manga. She feels comfortable around it, and apparently enough to show it to me. The results of the search from earlier still have me on edge. But maybe I should let my guard down for now. Natsuki's no threat to me, and I'm no threat to her. If anyone attempts to be one while I am around, they'll have to answer to me. Throughout the time I've known Natsuki, it has been interesting. I never thought I would ever feel something as close to compassion as I do now. Granted, though Natsuki and I aren't in any way dating, I still care about her deeply. I don't know why. I wish Ashley could tell me. And Julia is as much help as a wet dictionary. So I'm on my own again. As the anime's episodes cycle through, the time passes without notice. And before long, Natsuki's phone goes off with a little cat meow. Ugh, it's time for me to go. I see. Natsuki gets up and moves over to the TV, taking the disc out of the DVD player and placing it carefully into its case. Oh, Natsuki? Yeah. What I said about my house being a personal storage, that still holds true. But you can leave your manga and anime here. Are you sure that's okay? Yes. You can't really take it home now, can you? No. So it's fine if you leave it here. If it was anyone else, I'd tell them to kick rocks. But I can make an exception for you. Natsuki rushes to me and wraps her arms around me, tears falling from her face. Don't think too much of this, dummy. It's just, no one else would do this for me. But you would. You've been really nice to me. And I don't understand why. I said it once before, Natsuki. I care about you. But why? I don't really understand why either. But something tells me inside that I do. Something that's foreign to me. But I know it is what it is. I wrap my arms around Natsuki and allow her to cry silently into my shirt. Feeling an extreme emotional signal inside of me, the following words come to mind that were once uttered to a monster like myself. I'm here for you. Even if the very sky were to fall, I will stand before you ready. Remembering those words bring a single tear to my eye. That was the very first time I felt as if someone could care about me. She sat there, looking me in the eyes, her crystal blue sapphires ensuring me that I will be okay despite the intense constant pain I felt. I tighten my embrace on Natsuki. Natsuki wipes the tears from her eyes. Natsuki? Feeling a little part of me die inside, I utter the following phrase. I'm here for you. Huh? I know only but a little of the hell you go through on a daily basis. But you can guarantee I will be here for you. Now understanding the true meaning, I finish the phrase. Even if the very sky were to fall, I will stand before you ready. Natsuki looks as if she's about to break emotionally. But she manages to keep her composure. Are you okay, Diverse? You look sad. I'll be fine. Natsuki and I go into the living room and retrieve her bag. Oh, Diverse? Yeah? The girls wanted me to say something to you. Something that I told them. And that is... You can't act weird about it, okay? Depends on what it is. Diverse? I like you. You do? Don't make this weird, dummy. That took a lot of courage to say, you know. I understand. And I care about you too. Natsuki speeds up the words as she finishes the sentence. You've been there for me more than any of my other friends or even my own family. Which is why I trust you enough to tell you all this. I appreciate it, Natsuki. Also, don't tell anyone I told you that.
or you'll be sorry.
Warning considered.
I'll see you at the school tomorrow, okay?
Yep. Stay safe, Natsuki. Natsuki exits my house and heads home. After the extreme emotional roller coaster I just experienced, I decide to make a last-minute trip somewhere. It's time for me to lay some flowers on your grave. Oh no! Ashley! No! It's the least I can do. Feeling my insides burning, I open my door and head to a very emotionally, painfully grave. I'm really hungry. When am I gonna eat? My stomach growls loudly. It's been days. I lean back against the cold cement wall and try to look around in the darkness. I hear skittering comes towards me and then a little squeak. Hi, Mr. Mousy! Are you hungry too? I reach around and eventually feed the little animal next to me. I cradle it in my hands and pick it up. Bringing it close enough for me to see in the darkness, I reach into my pocket and receive some sunflower seeds. I made sure to save some for you too. I put a few of the seeds onto my hand next to Mr. Mousy, and he happily starts to eat. You're my friend, Mr. Mousy. I smile and giggle slightly as I watch my little furry friend eat his food. My stomach growls loudly again, startling me slightly. Once Mr. Mousy has finished eating the sunflower seeds, he runs off into the darkness again. The door opens and closes, signaling that Father's coming. He steps down the stairs one by one, my panic increasing each step. I stand up silently and desperately try to stick to the walls. Where are you, boy? Try my best to remain silent. I can hear you breathing. Oh no. Don't tell me you're dying. You've only been down here for 3 days. Human body can go up to 5 days without food before shutting down completely. All of a sudden, I feel someone standing in front of me. Then something grabs a hold of me by my hair. Gotcha! Ah! Let me go! Shut up! I struggle as hard as I can to break free, but it doesn't work. My heart! Oh. I feel something hard crash against my head. As my body goes limp, I feel him dragging me to the middle of the basement. I'm sick of you being so weak all the time. I'm going to teach you how to be a man. As my body hits the damp floor, he climbs on top of me. As he beats me, I begin to feel numb and tingly. After a solid minute of him beating me, I feel completely numb. I can't even tell if he's in the room anymore. I start to feel extremely dizzy. Wake up! I didn't say you could sleep! Huh? I rise up from my bed completely out of breath. The entire room is spinning. I can barely comprehend where I am. I try my hardest to begin my breathing exercises to calm my heart rate. It was all a nightmare. Thank God. I wish I would stop having that exact one. I want to forget that night. I finally calm down and clear my head. I check my clock and realize I am well into the night. Although the trip to Ashley's grave was a long time, I managed to get home a little before 23, which means I've only been asleep for about 2 hours. Excuse me. I have school tomorrow. I should try to get back to sleep. Lunch period has begun. And skip! Can't say that I know. She called out of school today. Interesting. Natsuki hasn't taken a day off of school a single time since I started coming here. Alright. So, what is on the itinerary? What's on the itinerary? Short stories! What?
Plus, she probably misses Diverse!
I'm sure she misses all of you too, not just me. Sure. So that said, skip short story time. I wonder what kind of story Natsuki would make if she was here. Probably something spiting spiders. I chuckle to myself silently as I recall her giving me a long and drawn-out lecture on why she hated them. Well, nevertheless, might as well start thinking too. Skip! Oh no! I missed the gunshot jump scare. No! How was that? Still funny. Okay, let's get... Slinging my bag over my shoulder, I instinctively looked at Natsuki's desk. Diverse, you dumbass! She isn't here! Shaking my head at myself, Saria waits for me at the door. Saria attempted to talk to me all the way home. I didn't offer many replies, I just kept silent and moving forward. Then I realized something that I should have before. Saori, mind if I ask you a question?
Of course! Is it about Natsuki? You're worried about her, aren't you?
Have you heard anything?
Can't say that I have. Monica said that she called in sick today.
Alright, just curious.
It's a little cute that you care about her, you know?
I don't respond. Saori and I reach our normal spot as she departs. I look up into the sky. It's not a bad day. I should probably head inside now. Lying down on my bed, I read one of my books. Occasionally, I glance over to the box Natsuki left in my room. I only ever get this feeling rarely. It's one I despise. The sun eventually sets at my room going dark. Excuse me. The sun eventually sets and my room grows dark. Setting my book to the side, I lie my head back onto my pillow and close my eyes. Still hurts. Who the hell's calling me right now? Ugh. I grab my phone and see that it's Monica. Grimacing, I answer it. What do you want, Monica? I'm trying to sleep. Hey. I know it's late and all of a sudden... Monica's voice is weak and cracked. I know why Natsuki wasn't at school today. Tell me now. Are you sure? I didn't fucking stutter! Tell me! Realizing I let my exhausted emotions overcome me, I lower my voice. Sorry, I just woke up. Please tell me. She's at the hospital. She was admitted last night. I'm here with her now. Without saying another word, I get up from my bed and start to rush down the stairs. Oh, wait, Diverse, what are you doing? I'm coming down there. But there's a problem with that. What is it? I swing open my door and exit my house. Her father's here with her. Her father. Her father! I understand. I'll be there soon. Text me what room number she is in. Okay. I end the call without further thought. Excuse me. I end the call without further thought. I knew my suspicions were correct. My gut has never lied to me. I start to sprint to the west as fast as I can. Ignoring traffic and passers-by, I continue my sprint down a narrow street that leads me along the main roadway. Ignoring everything around me, I have one focus. Natsuki. You weren't at school today and I was worried. You didn't text me back today and I was worried. I got home after the club and no word from you. I was worried. I'm sorry, Natsuki. I'm coming to see you. Eventually, I reach the western entrance of the local hospital and rush into the lobby. Meeting with the receptionist, I ask which way room 18D is. She points me in the direction and asks if I'm okay. I ignore her and run down a small marble hallway towards an elevator. I enter into it and press a button labeled 3F. When the elevator opens, I'm met with a much brighter and pristine hallway. I follow the signs and get closer to Natsuki's room. 15D, 16D, 17, 18D! I stop outside of a wooden door. I take a second to calm my breathing and restore my composure. Fixing the bearing of my dress shirt, I open the door and walk in. Pushing open the door, I walk inside at a slower pace, making sure it didn't look like I was sprinting seconds ago. Looking around the room, I notice several beds that are empty except one at the very end next to a window. Monika gets up and walks over to me, extreme concern on her face. Hit! An older man's voice splits the silent air and hits my ears as if something cracked a whip. Who are you? A man in a white dress shirt and black tie approaches me. His eyes burn into mine like fire, trying to force intimidation and get me to weaken. His voice is deep and raspy. When he gets closer to me, I realize that he's just a few inches taller than me. He's around 5'11". A man taller than what I would have expected Natsuki's father to be. Monika moves silently by my side and can practically feel the fear she is emanating. I'm Diverse, a friend of Natsuki's. And you're here why? I would assume it would be for the obvious reason. I gently make a gesture towards Natsuki, who is lying down in a hospital bed unconscious. I'm here to check on a friend and see if she is okay. So you're her friend? Correct. It would be a little weird if I had no other relation to her and I just showed up randomly, huh? I guess so. Keeping my eyes on his, trying my absolute best not to lash out at this guy. Excuse me. Keeping my eyes on his, trying my absolute best not to lash out at this guy, I continue my normal self-talk. But where are my manners? I'm sorry, I never introduced myself. I extend my arm out and offer my hand to him. My name is Diverse. He stares at me for a moment before reaching out and grabbing my hand. Matsumoto. His grip is firm. I return the strength and shake his hand. You're Natsuki's father? Yes, I am. The name matches what is on Natsuki's registration record. I turn and face Monika, attempting to break the interaction between me and Matsumoto. How is she? She's been unconscious since she was admitted. Has she now? What happened to her? The doctor said she suffered a pretty bad head injury, but not anything that will cause permanent damage. Thank God. Slowly moving across the room, I approach Natsuki's bed. I shouldn't get too close either. A pair of eyes constantly beams onto me. Matsumoto walks across the room to a small sink. In his hand, he holds a small clear glass. I take this opportunity to get closer to Natsuki. She's unconscious, but not peaceful. Her face shows to me that she is still in pain even in sleep. She probably isn't comfortable being restricted to her own subconscious while her father is here with her. Out of my peripheral vision, I watch Matsumoto fill the glass with water and drink it. If I could get you out of here, I would, Natsuki. But if I can't, I know Monika can. I lay my head down and look at Monika. She looks at me with sadness in her eyes. I know this whole situation is something that pisses me off to my very core. But I can't even think of how it affects Monika. She tries so hard to help her friends as much as she can. Her being here with Natsuki proves that much. Especially with Matsumoto here. The man possesses a very strong stare. I have no idea how scared she was. Or how concerned she is that I'm here. Matsumoto finishes his glass of water and walks back over towards me and Natsuki. So what is your relationship with my daughter, Diverse? Relationship? I have to answer this carefully. Any answer I give incorrectly can adversely affect Natsuki. Alright, let's save the game here. I'm gonna say Literature Club. Wait, hold on. I'd say Mutual Friend. Natsuki's a good friend to Monica. I thought I would come along to provide some support. We barely talk, but I thought I should at least help out somewhat. Monica and I are really close, and I heard how worried she was. I just had to come by. Masamoto looks at me and takes a deep breath in. I see. Well, I appreciate that you're here to support my daughter. I have to say that she doesn't need it. She's a strong girl. She can manage without you. I understand. So, she got hit in the head? I try to change the subject. If I let him continue, he would probably ask me to leave. I can't leave just yet. Yes. Sometimes she just doesn't listen. I have told her several times to not run up and down the stairs. She could fall and get seriously hurt. She didn't listen. So she ran up the damn stairs, slipped, and fell down. Why would she even be running up the stairs? I haven't got a clue. Sometimes she's weird. She got that from her mother. Oh, I see. Speaking of which, where is her mom? I look visibly around the room. I already know what happened to Natsuki's mom. I just want to see what this man has to say. Her mother died in a robbery years ago. A robbery? Oh my god, I'm so sorry to hear. Fake empathy courtesy of Julia. I was at work when it happened. I wish I could have been home to save my wife. Masamoto takes a sharp and lengthy inhale. At least Natsuki wasn't home that night. Where was she? She was at a sleepover. Breaking it to her was one of the hardest things I have ever done. I guess I can relate. I lost someone who was basically my mother when I was younger. The pain you feel, the emptiness that covers you, a crushing sadness. It's hard for someone to take it in all at once. Especially a little girl. Wow. I never really expected a boy like you to understand loss like that and express it in words. I believe all of us have our own battles. They make us who we are, right? Very true. You said your name was Diverse again, right? Yeah. I appreciate you and that girl over there coming by to see if she's okay. Of course. Did the nurse tell you when she would be awake? No, unfortunately. Excuse me, young lady and young man? An older woman walks into the room dressed in medical garb. I hate to say this, but visitation hours are now over. I have to ask you two to leave. And sir, I know she's your daughter, but you'll have to leave in the next hour as well. Little Natsuki has to get her rest. Alright, I'll get packed up here soon. Monica walks over to Natsuki and leans down to gently kiss Natsuki's forehead. As I turn to leave the room, Matsumoto calls out to me. Oh, Diverse. Would you mind if I spoke to you privately for a second? Sure. Monica looks at me carefully, but I wave her out of the room. Monica and the nurse exit the room, leaving only an unconscious Natsuki, her father, and I. The air turns chilly very quickly, and I can feel the tension spike. So let's get one thing straight. You seem like a good kid and all, but if you lie to me again, I will make your life a living hell. How did he know I lied to him? What do you mean lied? Crossing my arms, I look nonchalantly into his eyes. I return the gaze. Or he returns the gaze. Let's just say I'm a protective father. You told me your name, and I happen to remember seeing it a lot on her phone. You two text and call each other a lot. So if you're just scared about making a bad impression, you should have just told me the truth. Even so, you aren't involved with her in any way. Keep it that way. Even so, if you aren't involved with her in any way, keep it that way. She doesn't need you. Excuse me, sir. Correct, you caught me in a lie, but I'm gonna level with you. When I first came into the room, you gave me a stare like you were gonna kill me. It wasn't really a warm welcome. Don't you think? Now, let's look at my point of view. A boy that I noticed my little girl talks to a lot and seems sweet walks into her hospital room randomly. No notice whatsoever. As a father, I need to at least be defensive of my daughter in her state of vulnerability. Vulnerability? Did you think I was gonna try something with her while she's unconscious in a hospital room? Can you blame me? I don't think you want me to answer that. Maybe I do. Are you gonna be a man and answer a question an elder gives you? He raises his voice. I only have one elder, and it isn't you. I didn't come here to start anything bad with you. In fact, I came here just to see if my friend was okay. The last thing I want to do is create problems with her father. You're her father. I don't intend to get in between that or take her away from you. I know that is what you're concerned about. Unless there is something else you're worried about? You have a lot of guts to stand in front of my face and say these things. Doesn't it make it better if I do? Or would you rather me attack you behind your back? I suppose you're correct. But answer me this. What is your true relationship with my daughter? We're only friends. We're not dating. We're not involved. We are only friends, sir. Thank you for answering. Now leave! Without saying another word, I turn my back to Matsumoto and leave the room. Alright. Oops. I kind of want to see the other option. Literature club. Natsuki and I go to the literature club. We never really talked much, but I at least considered us friends. A few times we have spoken to each other, though. She always tried to help. This is the least I could do since she's down. Matsumoto looks at me and takes a deep breath in. Is this all the same stuff? Yep. What about here? Natsuki and I are classmates. I just started going to school a few months ago and she helped show me around. Must have been hard since I was new to the school, but I'm grateful for that. I heard from Monica that she was admitted to the hospital and I just wanted to see if she was okay. Skip! Okay, but I want this to be the... Okay, there we go. Stepping out into the lit hallway, Monica stands up from a nearby bench. Is everything alright? I heard yelling. Yeah, everything's fine. Come on, let's go. I grab Monica's wrist and start to walk towards the elevator. Is everything okay? No. No, it isn't. What happened? Matsumoto knew I was lying when I talked about Natsuki. He was playing me the entire time I was in there. Playing you? What do you mean? He was testing the things I was saying. He was manipulating me. He did the same thing to me. Huh? What do you mean? He kept asking me weird questions that didn't really have any rhyme or reason to them. All the while, he was looking at me as if he was extremely angry. And when you walked in, he changed. He acted normally. I even thought for a moment that you had him in the palm of your hands. But from what you said, it didn't turn out that way. No. But now I know he's pretty attentive. When we reach the elevator, I stop and think for a moment. I don't believe for a second that Natsuki fell down the stairs. It just seems too made up. No, he was correct. What? She fell down the stairs. That I know is true. The irregularities of the bruises I saw in Natsuki match it. I took a few minutes to look at her while her father was turned away. What was, however, on my mind was why she was running on the stairs, right? Exactly. And I'm pretty sure we both can make a good guess on why. The door of the elevator opens and both of us enter it. Dad, please, I don't want to tonight. Jesus Christ, can you just shut up? It's better when you don't speak anyway. Please, I can't let you do this anymore. What the hell's gotten into you? Yeah! Stop moving! You're making this harder for me. Get off me! Huh? The hell's wrong with you? Get back here, you little whore! No! Stay away, Dad! I try to run up the stairs as fast as I can. But when I reach the top, my foot slips and I come crashing down. I feel something pressing against my forehead. Dad, please stop! I don't want this! Stop! Natsuki, it's okay! I wrap my arms around her and hold her tightly. Sweetheart, it's me. She sobs into my shoulder in a panic. Diverse? What are you doing? Where am I? You're in the hospital. What? I found out a few hours ago. I came here immediately to see if you were okay. Why? Natsuki tries to keep her composure, but fails to do so. Tears begin to seep out from under her eyelids. Why? Because I was worried about you. What other reason would I be here? I don't know. Wait, where does my dad? He isn't here. He left a few hours ago. It's just you and me right now. Oh. I got to meet him. Now I have somewhat of a picturesque profile down of him. Natsuki? She looks up at me with complete anxiety in her eyes. Her beautiful pink eyes were never meant to express emotions like this. My heart stings just thinking about it. I wrap my arms around her again. I'm glad that you woke up. So he left, huh? The hospital staff forced him to leave. How did you stay then? I didn't. I snuck in. Did you really think I was going to let you spend this night alone? Really? Yes. Natsuki finally wraps her arms around me in response. She rests her head against my neck in defeat. I was worried about you. When Monica told me you hadn't woken up since you were unconscious, I had a very hard time keeping my composure. I didn't mean to. I know you didn't. I snuck in through the window as it got late. When I entered the room, it was completely dark. Natsuki was still unconscious, but she was talking in her sleep. The things I heard made me sick to my stomach. How could a father do that to his daughter? The little lady before me is broken. Only a man as close as a father could bring this pain. Natsuki grips me with all of her remaining strength, trying to seemingly get me closer to her. I can tell she's broken inside. Everything her father has done to her to this point has been something that even a majority of sinners would excommunicate. Natsuki doesn't deserve any of this. If I could find a way to take all of her pain and deal with it myself, I would. She's so sweet and caring on the inside. Her rude and arrogant outside is just there as a self-defense mechanism. I wish there was more I could do to save this girl, but I don't know what I can do. Her nails gripping into my back, she pulls tighter, her sobs growing more intense. Shh, 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 shh. I'm here to protect you, Natsuki. She calms down and tries to stop sniffling. I stroke her hair and tighten my embrace. I know I haven't been much help since you met me, but I do plan on saving you from this hellish nightmare you live. Thank you. No one else would have done this for me. Well, here I am. And I'm always gonna be here for you. no matter what. Natsuki and I sit together for what seems to be an eternity. The night of the sleepover, she told me that when I am around, she felt safe. Us being together right now is probably the closest she has felt to safe in a very long time. Eventually, I'll have to leave and return home. I really don't want to leave Natsuki here. But I can't take her with me. The least I can do is stay with her for a while. Interrupting my thoughts, Natsuki's weakened voice cuts the silence. You met my dad, didn't you? Yeah, I did. Natsuki's hands tremble slightly. But nothing bad happened. Huh? Both Natsuki and I release each other. Nothing bad happened when he saw you? He had a little disagreement with me, but we cleared that up quickly. I'm honestly surprised. I always had a fear that you two would meet. Not that I wanted you two or anything like that. Plus, you should only meet a girl's father if you're dating her, right? Couldn't tell you. I haven't got a damn clue about dating. But either way, I was still concerned about you. So even if there was a chance your father and I would have had a problem, you were going to be my priority. Stop saying things like that. We talked about teasing me. I'm not teasing you this time. Natsuki blushes and looks away while I chuckle softly. So, now that you at least know my father a little bit, you can see he's not easy to talk to. Or even be around. Yeah, I noticed. He and I had a civil discussion for a bit. Hell, even for a short bit, I couldn't believe he was as abusive as you say. But that changed very quickly. He always fakes in front of people. When they leave, he goes back to being himself. There are times where I just want to run away and never come back. Why haven't you called the police? I've thought about doing that, but what if nothing happens? Or what if something does happen and they arrest him? Where would I go? He pays for the rent and the bills. That is a good question. And it isn't like I can just move you into my house with no repercussions whatsoever. My guardian would kick my ass and then your father would follow suit. I take Natsuki's hands in my own and look into her eyes. I will find a way to get you out of this. I promise. Well, I guess if it's you, I'm willing to believe it. I mean, it isn't like I wanted you to do anything. I can handle this all on my own. No, you can't. I like the confidence, but it's just fake at this moment. I'm going to help you. Starting with someone here with you for a while. Starting with staying here with you for a while. It's the least you can do for all the teasing. Yeah. I scoot my chair closer to the bed. Can I ask something, Diverse? I mean, you're gonna ask me anyway, so sure. Is it okay if I rest my head on your shoulder? Don't get the wrong idea! I just hate the way this bed has me positioned. Sure. I scoot as close as I can to the bed. Natsuki scoots down and gently rests her head on my shoulder. You're gonna have to leave me soon, aren't you? I can't get caught in here. So, yes, I will. I know you don't want to talk about what happened, but I need to confirm for my own good. Your father said you fell down the stairs. Is that true? Natsuki hesitates for a moment before answering. Yes. Were you running from him? Yes. That's all I need to know. And I'm sure you don't want to go into detail. I really don't. Then just relax. I wrap an arm around Natsuki, assuring her that I'm here for her. It wasn't long before I hear small coos coming from her. She has fallen asleep on my shoulder. I'm not a damn bed, but I think I'll stay here for a bit longer. She does seem comfortable, and I don't mind it. The club room. 2 in the afternoon. Holding my backpack strap in my right arm, I open the door to the club room and notice Monika and Sayori inside. Yo. Hi, Diverse! How are you doing? I'm fine. What about you two?
I'm doing absolutely great!
Glad to hear. What about you, Monica? Thanks for asking. I'm doing very well today. Alright then. Where's Yuri? Right here. Yuri appears out of seemingly nowhere from the closet. A quick glance around the room reveals to me that each of the girls had something planned for Natsuki's return. A few streamers are hung up and there's a little sign that says, "Welcome back, Natsuki." Looks like you three already got the decorations up.
Yep! I'm gonna be so excited for when Natsuki sees all this!
You don't think this seems a little much?
I don't think so.
Nope. In fact, I think Natsuki will love it. That's good.
Especially since Diverse is here.
What?
Even while she was in the hospital, you went to go see her as much as you could.
It's only been 2 days since she was admitted.
Well, yeah, but you're still there for her.
And?
To a girl, that matters. I know how close you've become. It's cute!
Whatever you say, woman. I'm just doing what's right. Siri jumps up and wraps her arms around me.
You're such a good person!
Get off of me! I grab her arms and pull her off me. How many times must I tell you? Give me a warning.
Sorry.
Ugh. Anyway, everything does look great. Out of the corner of my eye, the club's door opens. A familiar face walks in. Hey, She looks around the room in a stupor.
What's all this? Did you miss me?
Siri runs and gives Natsuki a hug. Monica and Yuri stand next to me. When she sees me, her face flushes.
What are you looking at?
No idea, but I think it's a pink-haired ghost.
Guess that means I get to haunt you, huh?
You're welcome to try. Natsuki walks over and gently punches me on the arm. I pat her on the back and let her pass.
The club room looks really cute. Thank you, guys.
All the girls gather around in the middle of the room and start talking. Doesn't scare me anymore. I'm honestly really glad about that. All of a sudden, the room goes quiet and the sound of ringing. I bet Julia's gonna update Diverse. It's my work phone. Yep, predicted it. Hello? Diverse, where are you? I'm at the literature club right now. Why, what do you want? I have the results back from the search you wanted me to. I have the results back from the search you wanted me to do. About Mizumoto. Alright then, give me just a second. I gesture to the girls that I'm gonna step out for a second. Then I open the door and step out in the hallway so no one can hear my conversation. What do you got? You were right about him having no public records. I did a secondary search just to make sure. What, didn't believe me? A little. You never do. Shut up. Anyway, I did a search for any private records that I could find. I only found scraps of names that were changed. Nothing that actually gave me information about him specifically. Name changes? Yeah, like maiden names and married names. Ah. I met the man just 2 days ago when Natsuki was admitted to the hospital. Wait, you did? Mm-hmm. Well, from what you have told me about him, I'm glad to see you're still alive. I wasn't going to pull any stupid white knight crap. You sure? How does that mean, woman? You seem to have gotten very close to this girl. Especially since you two have common ground to relate with. Sometimes I regret you knowing my past. Look at what you've become now. More than one person is proud of you, Diverse. Julia, why don't you just confess to me and stop teasing? But what? Why would I confess any love to you? Maybe because you find younger men attractive? Ugh, you're so difficult! Whatever you say, Julia. You love being teased anyway. You know what? Let's just move on. If any of this information helps you, Mizumoto said his wife died in a robbery. He seems to be about 5'11". Darn brown hair, looks middle-aged. Pink eyes. Over the phone speaker, I hear Julia typing. Good information. I can definitely use that. Just do me a favor and try not to kill him while you're there. I'll do whatever is necessary to keep Natsuki safe. But I'm making sure to think things through and not be rash. Good. Another thing. There are records of the local police department running a search for that name. What came out of that? Nothing. I don't see any further information regarding that, but looking at the department's policies, it was probably an ID check of some sort. G'day, mate. Hey, T-34. Ah, so nothing that would have helped us either way, huh? Correct. Just please, try to stay safe. Somehow his records managed to vanish. It means he could have really high connections. Yeah, I got it. Don't worry, Julia. Thank you for your help. I end the call and look from the floor. No records at all, huh? Who are you, Matsumoto? Oh, Jesus! Oh, everything hurts. I feel something coming up. I lean over onto the cold cement and vomit into a nearby bucket. What did you give me? I don't know. It was one of the pills I bought earlier. I'm not stupid enough to try them myself. But you're a strong boy, right? You could take one for the team. I know it sounds hard to believe, but at this point, this dark room just got darker. I truly felt as if there were no walls anymore. I vomited again into the bucket. You're throwing up the dinner I gave you! God damn it, boy! Feeling my strength slowly leave my body, I lie on the ground and just focus on breathing. My heartbeat becoming the only thing I can hear at this point. At least, I can hear it. I haven't died yet. Are you just gonna lie there? Fucking lazy little prick. How's it going? He's just lying there. Jeez, how many did you give him? Just one. That's a lot for a kid. I thought he could handle it. I thought he was strong. He doesn't look like it. I don't give a damn anyway. He just vomited twice, so it should be out of his system. Actually, it will linger for a while. You should get him some water. There's a hose down here. If he so desperately needs water, he can get it himself. Alright. Huh? What? Mom? Oh my god, you're pathetic! Where's his mother? Don't worry about it. Come on, let's get out of here. This sight sickens me. Mom? Please help? Everything feels tingly. I can't move my body. Why does Dad hate me? Why does he do this to me? Maybe I should just stop. The only thing I'm able to control is my breathing. If I stop breathing, how fast would I die? I'm starving, I'm cut, I'm beaten, I'm drugged. Diverse! Hello? Is there anyone in there? Oh, what? Where am I? Oh, that's right, I'm alive. Oh, sorry about that, Natsuki. It's about time. You've been out here for a long time just staring into space. Was I now? Again, I'm sorry. I just had something... Sorry. How's it going? It's good. It's going good. I just had something on my mind. Are you okay? You have a really odd look on your face. Yeah, I'm fine. I just had an important call that made me think about something. Not that I was worried or anything. I just wanted to kind of talk to you privately. Thank you for being there for me all this time. And don't you tell anyone I said that. I'll be super mad. I won't. Sassy as always. I've actually grown quite fond of her tsundere-esque attitude. That is something I will never say myself.
What?
Makes it fun to mess with her and joke around at times. But if she's acting this way, then I know she's comfortable. And right now my stomach is in several knots. But if she's feeling okay, that's all I really care about.
Also, there is something I wanted to talk to you about.
Spit it out.
Thank you for keeping things calm with my dad. I wouldn't necessarily say our exchange was calm, but whatever floats the boat. He sat down and talked to me and told me what you said to him.
I was almost sure you would have tried to fight him. I'm not just some roid-raged guy looking for a fight every day. Especially with one of my friend's fathers.
I guess. I was just scared that if you two had ever met, you'd fight. And I don't want you to get hurt. Not that you would just... I wave my hand up.
I understand. Listen, Natsuki. This situation with your father isn't something that I can really just run into like a hero. Trust me, I really do just want to rush in and start beating him senseless for doing what he has to you. But if we're gonna handle this, we need to be realistic, okay?
As I said before, as long as it's you, I trust you.
I wait for her normal witty comment along the lines of, I mean, not that that means anything, but nothing.
What does that look for?
I expected you to give me some attitude or comment about that.
Well, I do trust you. I don't trust many people, so feel special.
I feel like I'm on top of the world.
Don't push your luck, mister!
Pushed? I pretty much shoved it. I chuckle slightly.
You're lucky I give you enough to say things like that.
I wonder why you do. I gently rub my chin with my index finger, mocking a thinking gesture. Natsuki looks away, slightly flustered.
You're gonna make me say it, aren't you?
Maybe.
I like you, okay? Happy now?
Yes.
Why is that such a big deal with you?
Because you're always teasing me. I just wanted to give you a little taste of your own medicine. You shouldn't tease a girl with her friends like that, feelings like that. Who's to say I didn't share the same? Oh, sorry, that was Natsuki's voice. Whatever. Too lazy to go back now.
What?
You heard me.
That's not funny, you know? There's no way you could like someone like me. I mean...
Wait, did I miss something? Oh. Who's to say I don't share the same?
What?
You heard me.
That's not funny, you know? There's no way you could like someone like me. I mean...
Natsuki stomps on the ground angrily.
Ugh! Forget you heard that!
Nah. I heard it loud and clear. I pat her on the head and look into her eyes. Your reaction is almost as cute as you are.
I'm not cute!
Smirking, I stop patting her head and decide to ease up on her. Right.
You're so difficult at times.
Never said I wasn't. Anyway, what I was saying is true. But what makes you think I could like... But what makes you think I couldn't like someone like you? I make quotes with my fingers.
Because you're strong, brave, abrupt, and talented.
And?
I'm none of those things. I mean, I'm always really mean to my friends and strangers. I read manga and nothing more sophisticated like Yuri or Monica would. I don't have any real talents other than baking. And I'm not...
Natsuki looks down at herself and then to the left, trailing off her sentence.
Not as pretty as someone like Monica.
Natsuki, if I didn't like you, do you think I would put up with your attitude all the time? Or get myself involved with your father? As well as spend all this time with you? She continues to look off to the side, but evidently reassured.
I guess.
Trust me, if I didn't want to be around you, I would have left a long time ago. I enjoy the time we spend together.
Well, of course you love spending time with me. You're just as much of a loser as I am.
Ouch, that hurt.
Natsuki giggles quietly and smiles.
Wait, did I just tell her I had feelings for her? I think I did. Oh well, I guess it could have gone worse.
So the big strong guy really does like me, doesn't he?
Huh? She's reading my mind!
You're so easy to read when you're making those weird faces.
Yeah, whatever. I do.
See, that wasn't that hard.
Look who's talking. Every time you speak to me, you blush a little bit.
I do not.
Sure.
Don't start getting cocky. Just because we both have feelings for each other doesn't mean we're dating or anything.
Yeah, I'd have to ask you to be my girlfriend. Like, Natsuki, would you do me the honor of being my girlfriend?
Yeah, you would. Did you just ask me out?
Yeah, I did. I lean forward and look her in the eyes. What's your answer? Natsuki taps her chin, mocking the expression I was doing just moments before.
Sure, why not? I wouldn't want to make a boy cry.
Whatever you say. I pat her on the shoulder and motion back to the club room. Let's go back to the club room now. Girls are going to start to wonder what we're doing to each other out here.
Okay.
As we walk back into the room, Natsuki remains close to my side. I even catch a few glimpses of her peeking at my hand. Silently chuckling to myself, I half considered grabbing hers, but dismiss it. She would have probably recoiled and started berating me. I can picture it now. What do you think you're doing, dummy? You may be my boyfriend, but that doesn't mean I want to hold hands with you or something. When Natsuki and I walk into the room, the girls are standing all next to each other, blocking a desk with their bodies.
What's going on in here?
Oh, Natsuki, we were just waiting for you to come back from getting diverse. Took you long enough. I see.
We have a present for you! A present for me?
Yup. The girls move away from the desk to reveal a pink and white bag. It has a little tag on it that says, "We missed you, Natsuki. We not be with you all the time, but we know he can be."
He?
Natsuki looks into the bag and pulls out a stuffed bear. The stuffed bear is tannish brown, has little black eyes, and sits on his rear with front paws, down as if he is on guard. It's kind of cute, actually.
You guys got me a stuffed animal?
Yup!
Of course!
You're a great friend to all of us. This is the least we could do.
And it was Diverse's idea, too. Your idea?
Mm-hmm. I know it sounds very weird coming from someone like me, but if I'm not around to help you, same with the other girls here. He will be. I named him for you, too.
You did?
In Suika. I did some research, and I know you're fierce and valiant at times. And Suika's the champion of the Rain of Fire in Yakup mythology. Natsuki lowers her head and rushes to me. When she impacts me, she wraps her arms around me and remains completely silent. The other girls look at me as if their hearts have melted. After a moment, Natsuki releases me and smiles.
I love him. Thank you, Diverse.
Natsuki turns away and looks at the other girls.
Thank you all, too. I'm really lucky to have you as my friends.
And I'm glad to be a part of this club. She hugs each of the girls. I turn away and look out the window and into the afternoon outside. If I disappear one day and never return, he can serve as a reminder of someone you have changed. That was cute. Okay. I know this wouldn't be the normal thing for me to do, and I know we haven't hit our 3-hour and 30-minute mark yet, but I'm gonna stop it here. So I'm gonna save, because I feel a little hungry right now. I haven't really been super productive today. I need to try and get some work done on some of my mods today, Yes! I have not stopped making mods. Everybody, I want you all to know that right now. I know I've been on a long hiatus from making videos, but please, I want you all to know that I'm still hard at work. My voice actors all have their own lives. I've got my own life. I'm going to a wedding soon on Wednesday. Soon. And, well, yeah, I just, yeah, I really gotta let you guys all know. And keep this in mind, I have not stopped making videos, and I will never stop making videos anytime soon. So, I am gonna... Oops. I meant... Go back to the main menu here. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stop it here. And I'm gonna continue this in part number 11. Oh my god. This is a long mod. But anyway, that's a good thing, though. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next stream. Or the next video. And, well, now it looks like I'm in the only tank here. Yeah, I hate to break it to you. I can't transform into a military operating vehicle. Anyway, I will see you all in the next stream.